everyone, Michelle Di Petrillo here, Hospital Liaison for Centers Healthcare. Today I want to share with you how to make one of my absolute favorite summer dessert recipes. It's an ice cream cake. Now, when people hear ice cream cake, they tend to think there's a ton of work that goes into it. When I've made this, it's been a huge hit at parties, and everybody always asks, how do you make it? Oh my gosh, it must be so much work. I'm here to show you it's no work. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this will be a favorite at any summer barbecue. So first, I'm gonna go over some of the ingredients that we're gonna use. The first thing you need is a 9 by 13 tin pan. I like to use a tin pan. Number one, it's easy cleanup, so you can just throw it away when you're done. Number two, I find my casserole dishes that I have don't have as high of a siding here, so with this, I'm able to actually layer my ice cream cake and get, more in there. You're also gonna need 2 containers of Cool Whip, a bag of Heath bar bits. I also buy a bag of the Heath miniatures. I take them all out of the packages, put them into a plastic bag, and I smash them with my rolling pin. This is what's gonna go on the very top of the cake, so it makes it look really pretty with the Heath bar and the caramel drizzle and the chocolate drizzle. So also, chocolate, caramel drizzle. Next, ice cream sandwiches. You're gonna need 24 of them if you're using a 9 by 13 pan. So those are our ingredients. Now, I'm gonna show you how to layer it. So I've taken 12 of my ice cream sandwiches and I've lined them on the bottom of the pan. So you can see there's 5 and 5, and then 2, I kind of broke off a piece of one of the last 2 so that it'll fit into the pan. It also makes for a nice snack while you're actually making the cake. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Cool Whip, I'm gonna take a big spoon, spread it on there. Once you've spread the Cool Whip evenly across the ice cream sandwiches, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take your chocolate syrup, and we're just gonna do a drizzle. I like to kind of do a sideways drizzle and another drizzle across. I'll kind of show you here. Make sure you get all that chocolatey goodness on there. All right, and I'm gonna go back this way. I'll kind of show you my design here. See, a little chocolate design. Next, I'm gonna take the caramel and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'll tell you, this is one of people's favorite desserts anytime I make it. The fun thing about it is you can actually switch this up and you don't have to make it a Heath bar version. I've actually done it because my husband loves peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter, and I've done a Reese's version and it is his favorite. I love Heath bar, so I decided to do this one for you. All right, so we've got our nice chocolate and caramel layer. The next thing we want to do is we're going to take our Heath bar bits and we're going to sprinkle them. Feel free to put a good amount because it gives it a nice crunch when you're eating the ice cream cake. Very generous with the amount I put on. All right, almost a whole bag. I think I've actually used a whole bag before. It doesn't hurt, especially if you like Heath bar. Quite delicious. All right, so I don't use the big Heath bar pieces for this. For the middle section, I just use the small bits because it adds a nice crunchiness. So you know what? I'm gonna save a little bit so I can also put that on the top layer when I use the big Heath bar pieces. So the next thing I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna video this part, is I'm gonna take the next 12 ice cream sandwiches and I'm gonna layer them the same exact way right on top of the Cool Whip, chocolate syrup, caramel syrup, and the Heath bits. So I'll line those and then I'm gonna do another layer of Cool Whip and I'll show you once that's done how I finish the top. And here is the second layer of the Cool Whip, the final and top layer, as I should call it. Now I'm gonna take the caramel and the chocolate and I'm gonna do a pretty drizzle so it looks nice. I like to kind of go corner to corner and then back again. You want all of the good chocolatey caramel goodness that you can get on this cake, but you want to try and make it look pretty at the same time. So first, I'm gonna start with my caramel, and I'm just gonna diagonally kind of do this little thing here. back across in the opposite direction. Okay. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. I'm gonna take the chocolate syrup and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Exactly what we did on the previous layer. Just makes it look pretty with the little pattern. I'm gonna go back this way again. Looks so good. All right. You see it's got a nice little design. Now I'm gonna come over to my Heath bar pieces, the miniatures that I smashed up with the rolling pin. And I'm gonna pull them out and I'm just gonna give it a nice sprinkle. And I'm very generous with this also, because who doesn't love some nice big pieces of Heath bar, especially on top of an ice cream cake. Heath bar ice cream was always one of my favorites and one of my mom's favorites growing up, so this cake is a little nostalgic for me with the Heath bar. All right. Make sure I get some of the bigger pieces on there. The more Heath bar, the merrier. I almost used the whole bag of miniatures. All right. I think that should be good. Now, if you wanted, you could use some of the bits too and add them onto it, but I'm pretty sure I added enough of the big Heath bar pieces that I think I can save this for later use. All right, so I'm gonna kind of lean this forward so I can show you what it looks like. All right, so this is our final result of my summer ice cream cake. I hope you enjoy. I'm pretty sure it'll be a favorite at any cookout or barbecue you go to. Feel free, like I said, if you do make it, try and make it a few different ways. Use peanut butter. You could even probably do a strawberry shortcake version if you get kind of the vanilla ice cream and the vanilla cookie ice cream sandwiches. Haven't tried that yet, but that might be a good way to do it. And I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you for joining me and thank you for watching. Everyone, have a wonderful summer. Oh, I'm back for one more tip. Don't forget to put it in the freezer. That's kind of important. I forgot to mention too, you can make this a few days in advance. I've done that so many times when I don't have time to do things during the weekend. Made it in advance, stuck it in the freezer. I almost feel like the more freezer time, the better. It's getting colder, you know, it's ice cream, so you want it to be solid when you serve it. But once again, I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful summer, everyone. Bon appetit.